on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Elliott. A beautiful fake. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Greystone, travel. Hey, exit. You got tight right there. Ready to go. Say go.
From the gun, Freeman. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Slam. Go. Shoot.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Operating from the gun, Freeman. And he'll have his man, that's Cooper. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. 90, Wolf. Hey, Zoo. 57.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Freeman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Ready.
Back to throw. Freeman. Escaping the pressure right. As they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Right. Check 59, Mike. Pilot, 64, weak.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Pick it up, G. Go on. Show it
On 1st and 10, Freeman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
49, check 49, check 49. Hey, wahoo!
Who that? Who that? 57's a Mike. 57's a Mike.
Now.
Looking to throw. Freeman. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
They'll
try and run for it with Elliott. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Yes.
On 1st down, Chandler. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And some room to work. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here we go. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Mike.
Back to throw. Freeman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
65.
Throwing on 1st down. Freeman. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play, and facing a second and long.
55, Mike, 55.
Second and long. Rolling to his right. Complete to Hilton. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Let's go, baby.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Looking to throw. Chandler is going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Five. Now.
On first and 10, Chandler. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Chandler. And that is incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Go.
On first down, Freeman. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
60 Pittsburgh.
No chance.
Go.
Yeah, right over there. Yeah.
Hey, lock it.
Right there. You're not ready. Watch the safety creep.
Coming. Shoot.
Back to throw. Freeman going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, team 6.
Mike.
What up?
59.
From the shotgun again to Elliott.
Rush, go!
Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
59, Mike to 59. Yo.
Bravo. Go.
59. Mike's 59. Watch the screen.
And
On 3rd down, Freeman. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check.
80 weapons.
Check. Crunch.
6-6. Bullet high. Ready.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Play 3 of the drive, not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo.
Push him back. Deuce.
General West.
Check.
Snap.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there.
Go. Get it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Campbell dumps this to his running back, Chubb. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, Alpha, let's go. Let's fight.
Operating from the gun, Chandler. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Chandler. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Jalen Smith in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be, 38 yards out. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
10. Joker, 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 Joker. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, 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 twist.
Clear. Hit it.
Again, it's Elliott. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Ready.
10th carry now for Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Got it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nick Chubb. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
57, Mike, 57. Watch the run, watch the...
There you go.
They'll look to throw. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the
The
ready.
drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the pass, watch the pass.
Get it.
He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Harry.
Hey, Zoo.
57. Check.
Pilot, 64. Read.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Here we go, D.
5.
He's back to throw. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with time running out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 17. Steven Hauschka set to kick off.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. It's a tie game. You don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
They gonna need some therapy. Hey, Charlie.
Mike 55, check 55.
First throw now for the backup Wentz. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from 55 yards out. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from 55 yards out. And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch the shoot. Check 9, check 9. Protein spill.
Now Chubb. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Go.
Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to put one over his head as this game progresses.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 7 yards on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Third and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up.
Look at me, zipper.
Check 24, check 24. Shift.
Yo, go.
A give running right is Chubb. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down, this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
And the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And that changes everything here in OT.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59.
I got him.
Shift. Switch. Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
Now go. Stay with your man. We dribble.
Looking to throw. Freeman eluding the pressure right. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 27 yards there, a first down. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. This is Elliott, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They go to Elliott again. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner.
Let's get it.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Dallas, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory.